Hey everyone, welcome back to another session in this IBDP MAI course. And today we are going to talk about system of linear equations solution and the polynomial equations using the GDC. We already know how to solve these by hand, but in this session we will use our GDC to calculate these values, and I'll show you step by step how to get the answers. Okay. So, as it is already mentioned in exam, no specific method of solution will be required. They will not mention that you have to use only this particular method. No, you can choose any method. So that's why we are using our GDC. Also, in your exam, you will get those questions only in this linear equations in three variable where you will be having a unique solution. Actually, if you have a linear equations in three variables, three equations will be given to you. They can be there may be a unique solution, infinitely many solution, or no solution at all. Okay, all the three possibilities are there. So in your examination, you will get only those questions where unique solution is present. Also, I'll tell you about the zeros and roots. Okay, what are the zeros and roots? So let's say you have the graph of a function. Okay, we have a function whose graph is given by this. Okay, this one. Now you are going to find the zeros of that. Zeros means those values of x which makes the function, let's say the graph is for y is equal to f of x. So that value of x which will make the entire expression equal to 0. That x1 this time is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, and if it's a equation like fx equals to 0, an equation is given to you, then again solving it, the values that you are getting, x values that you are getting, are called roots in that case. Okay, so let's say here, can you see? Yes, at these points where it cuts the x-axis lies your zeros, right? So how can you obtain the zeros? Simply by taking y equal to 0, solve it in your GDC, get the answer. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Now about the y-intercept, here lies the y-intercept. Zeros are x-intercept, y-intercept lies here. So in order to calculate the y-intercept, what you can do? Yes, it is on y-axis, so you can simply put x equals to 0 to get the corresponding y. Okay, and for getting the zeros, simply put y equal to 0 to get the corresponding values of x. That's how we get the zeros or intercepts for the given function. Okay. Okay, so here's the question. It says find the coordinates of all the axis intercept, means we have to find both x as well as y intercepts of this gx equals 2.1 x squared minus 1.3 x minus 9. Okay, in order to get the first y-intercept, let's find y-intercept. So simply put x equals to 0, right? So if I put x equal to 0 over here, I will get negative 9. So the y-intercept is simply 0 comma negative 9. Means if you draw the graph of this function, you will find that it cuts the y-axis at this point 0 comma negative 9. But if you have, it's very easy to get the y-intercept, right? Directly substitute x equals to 0. But if you have to calculate the zeros, or in this case x-intercepts, so you have to put y equal to 0. It means you have to put this 2.1 x squared minus 1.3 x minus 9 equals to 0. Okay. Now go to your GDC. Okay. And in that GDC, go to menu, then algebra. Here it shows three options: numerical solver, or polynomial solve system of linear equation, and polynomial tools. So this time we are solving for polynomial. So select polynomial, find roots of polynomial. It will ask you for the degree. Degree is what highest power of x is there in that polynomial. In our case it is 2, so put 2. Now enter the coefficients. Coefficient of x squared, which is 2.1, coefficient of x, which is negative 1.3, constant term, which is a naught, in this case coming out as negative 9. So when you put all these values, hit enter, automatically you will get two values in this case. That will depend. If it's a cubic, you will get three values. If it's 4 degree, so you'll get four values and so on. Now, we have a quadratic. So, when we enter all these values, we got negative 1.7836 and so on as our first zero, or you can say x-intercept in this case. And the second is 2.4027. And in your exam, you have to write your answer correct up to three significant figures. Okay. So, it says write the answer. So, you can leave your answer at this negative 1.78 and second value is 2.40. These are the values. Okay, that's the answer. Now, second part says, second question, it says find the zeros of this function. You know, it's what is that? 4 degree, right? So again go to that calculator, roots of the polynomial. This time you have to choose the degree 4. Okay, so when you choose the degree 4 in your calculator, it will show you this thing. Enter all the coefficients, right? Coefficient of x to the power 4th, which is negative 0.3, then coefficient of x cube, coefficient of x square. Here you can see there is no such term, so put it 0. Yes, coefficient of x square is 0 because we can write 0x square also in this one. Okay, after entering all these values, just hit enter or go to OK part and it will show you the zeros, which comes out as negative 1.30 and 3.27. Why we are getting two only? Because we selected real roots. These are two real roots. Other two roots are imaginary, which are not in SL course. That is only in HL part that we will discuss later. Okay, so two zeros are we got because these are real. Other are non-real or the complex, non-real or complex roots were there. Okay. So in this way, you can use your GDC to get the zeros or roots of a polynomial. Now let's solve a question on system of linear equation. It says solve the system of equations for these alpha, beta and z. We have 3 alpha minus 4.01 beta plus 0.9 z equals 2 alpha plus beta equals to z and zero point 0.1 alpha equals 7.1 beta. First, we need to write these in the standard form. Then we will use our GDC to get the answers. Okay. So the standard form for this is what? 3 alpha minus 4.01 beta plus 0.9 z equals 2 for the first one. For the second, it is alpha plus beta minus z equals 0. Then 0.1 alpha minus 7.1 beta plus 0 z equals 0. Now we have all the coefficient. Okay, go to your GDC, then go to menu, algebra. It shows number 2. Solve system of linear equation. Select that and it will ask you for number of equations. This time we have 3 equations in 3 variables. So enter 3. Okay. Now after entering 3, you can either change the variable names alpha, beta, z or x, y, z. You can leave that. Okay. Now, so when you do this, it will show you linear solver. Okay. And gives you 3 blank spaces to enter the equations that you can enter here, and x, y, z values you will get. Alpha I'm taking x, beta I'm taking y, z is as it is. Okay, so you can directly enter these values here to get your answer, or if you are using any other calculator like Casio or something, so it will not give you option like this. Okay, so in that case, that's why I gave you these standard form, this one, because in your Casio you have to enter the coefficients. Okay, it will show you something like this, so you can enter the coefficients in a 3 by 3 matrix like this. Okay, so here you can put the coefficient of alphas, coefficient of beta, coefficient of z and the constant terms. Okay, so once you enter all these values in here, it will look like this, and hit enter. Okay, hit enter, you will get your three zeros as you can see below. Okay, so these are the values of alpha, this is for beta, and this is for z. Simply. Okay, now and also write the answer correct up to three significant figures. Next part is statement based problems. Boxes of mixed fruit are on sale at a local supermarket. Box A contains 2 bananas, 3 kiwis, and 4 melons and costs $6.58. Similarly, for the second box and third box, it says find the cost of each fruit. So let's say the cost of bananas is X, cost of kiwis is Y dollars, and cost of melons is Z dollars. Okay, now we have to construct three equations in three variables. It's very easy, right? Cost of one banana is X, cost of one kiwi is Y, cost of one melon is Z. So cost of two bananas is 2X, cost of three kiwis is 3Y, and the cost of four melons will be plus 4Z. The total cost is 6.58. So in this way you can form three equations. Okay, so let me form three equations for you. Okay, so we got these three equations in three variable. Now when you enter all these values in your GDC, okay, you can simply enter these values in your calculator. You can get the values of cost of banana, cost of kiwi, and cost of melon. That comes out as cost of banana is 0.36, cost of kiwi is 0.30, and cost of melon is 1.24. Okay, you can verify your solution with this one. I hope you get this all, and if still you have any doubt or anything to ask, feel free to connect with me. So in this session, we have seen how to solve the equations using the polynomial solver, right? And also we have seen how to solve the system of linear equations in three variables. Okay, so that's it for this session, and I'm giving you a homework question for you to try. You can try this question all by yourself. Whatever be the answer you got, you can write down in the comment box and I'll verify your answers. Okay. So thank you for watching this. See you in the next part. Keep watching, keep learning.